Well, it says we're live, so hello everybody.
What's
We
going
got
on, everybody?
Hello, everyone.
hardly anybody in here. What the hell? Who cares? We'll just go with it. Hi,
I,
Darlene's
s-
tank.
I
Dan,
see you,
DaniKen.
Darlene.
Hey, Darlene.
Oh,
Oh,
so how are
Trek
you
Willow.
gents today, man?
Well, I'm pretty good. Working on my side hustle. I do a little engine work, and it's that time where I can make some extra cash on the side, so I do her.
Heck yeah.
Got to make the
And
dough when you can make it.
absolutely. And I ain't been doing nothing
Oh yeah.
besides my Sunday house cleaning and tank water changes and whatnot. so, so how you been, Kenny?
I've been doing good, man. Doing real good. We got a pretty good one going to go on our stream today, too. I got Jack and Dan coming on, so that's going to be a fun time.
Yeah. Saw that.
Those two
That'd be
gents
good.
always are fun.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's pretty cool. It's a father son team. I like it. That's pretty cool.
Not sure if I'll have the father son today. I think it might be father and girlfriend today.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Because I think the son might be with mama, I think is what he was saying. So,
Nah, that's all right. That's good though.
ah,
Um, Kenny. We was talking about your frontosas and my question was going to be is like if someone was to get a 75 gallon, um uh could you and also how many of those guys can you put in a 75 for, for their um whole life if a person wanted to?
well, I would recommend at least a 125. However, when you first get them, you have time with Frontosa because, okay, they're going to do most of their growing. The first 5 years, they'll grow quite a bit. You know, the first year, especially about an inch to 5 inches, they're going to grow.
Hmm.
But then after that, they're roughly, no matter what size tank you have them on, are only going to grow about an inch a year. And that fish can live up to 25 to 30 years.
Oh
So
man.
they are definitely a commitment. Well, you're still a young man, dude, so you can get away with it.
Right.
Me, I'm at the age now. I'm like, I just signed up for these fish, and literally, they're going to outlive me now. So,
Right.
but the good. That's where again, aquarium clubs and whatnot come into hand. You just unfortunately, if your demise, I'm sure one of your aquarium club buddies will be in there to pounce on them. So that way they'll have a good home. So,
Yeah.
but
Well,
But
you
on a
know,
75 gallon, I probably wouldn't put more than 4 to start because you got to keep in mind these things can get up to 15 inches. So
oh,
that's why
okay.
I would recommend it at least a 135. That way you got room to grow. And like
Okay.
Wow.
I'm going to have an issue in about another 3 years with the tank I've got them in now. I mean, we've already got in our brain we're going to have to get a 300 for them because the guy gave me 14 of them. And there's no
Oh
way
man.
that's not going to work in a 120. It's not going to work. So
Wow.
You know, like uh, I don't see them often, like here. Like with the stores that I go to. Which is in Knoxville and stuff. But well. uh, Well, anyway, what I meant to say was, like we don't see them often, but when we do, the price tag on those guys are about $25 and up a piece here.
yeah, for the size I got from this guy yesterday, I would say their value is probably about 25 to 40 is what they probably would bring. They're anywhere from
Oh
two to
man.
2 to 4 inches, about like that. So they're one of them is actually a male, and he's starting to get his hump, which is cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
pretty
those
pretty
are very nice fish.
pretty stoked about him. Yeah, he's a good friend of mine, Roland from Greater Portland Aquarium Society. he just hooked me up with them. I thought, man, that's generous. So,
Oh, that's pretty cool though.
yeah, well, he's been wanting to breed out these. He's been wanting to breed out the cockatoo cats, so I'm going to let him borrow my colony of cockatoos so he can knock them off his BAP list.
Oh, nice.
Forget about the BAP list.
Yeah,
there's Patty.
We had a few
Ricky,
people
hello.
come in. Muppet Patty, Ricky,
and Stephanie. I hate the stupids.
I love it.
What's going on, Steph? Patty in the house. What's up, Muppet?
Rubble. But yeah, I mean that's pretty cool. You're able to help him out like that. That's pretty neat.
You know, that's one thing I'll say about aquarium clubs, that it's really awesome. And I mean, Robert, you're going to start seeing it down there. I mean, you all already kind of got going on already. You got Kayla, you got Ed, you got James, you got all those family of folk down there. And I'm sure you guys are already starting to trade fish back and forth. And
oh yeah, Bob and I have been doing a like I want to say that we traded at least 3 different times now.
Yeah, that's what's cool about it. Like I said, we've got the other guy, John, that's in there. He's the one that gave me all those Ultims too, which you ain't going to find Ultims in a fish store for darn sure, and you're darn sure ain't going to have somebody give you some. I'm like, wow, dude, are you sure? But he knew that.
Those guys are those big ones, right?
Yes. He knew I was setting up a 300, and he said, well, originally I had 7 of them. I bought 5, and then he gave me 2 extras. And then he heard I was putting them in a 300 gallon, and it was going to be the spotlight of my channel. And he's like, "Oh, here's 8 more." He just gave them to me. Cool, man.
That's a good buddy. Hey, Chubbs.
What's up, Chubbs? Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Hey, Chubbs.
Jenny Lynn, hello.
Yeah, we also got Jenny in here. Thanks for showing up.
How's it going, Jenny? Sorry about that, guys. She gets a little feisty sometimes.
Oh, no, you're okay. Mine will bark too sometimes.
I got 3 in the house, so something shows up at the door, it's all hell broke loose.
Yeah, the one's half deaf, so he doesn't ever hear it. But if he hears her start barking, then he'll start barking. Little Chihuahua Palmy's like 14 years old, so he doesn't hear anything anymore, it seems like.
How's that 300 gallon going that you've been like that one that you gotta like have it polished up or whatever, you're trying to get the scratches out?
Yeah, she just got done about a half hour ago with the 1,000 grit. So I think she's got 2,000 and 3,000 to go, and then take the regular buffer pad thing or whatever to give it the high buff. But you guys got to understand, Danny is so meticulous, man. Like, she's worrying about little scratches inside the tank. Now, they're not even scratches, a little scuff mark, maybe something scuffed it, She goes, "Oh, we're going to have to flip this over, and I'm going to have to buff on that." I said, "Danny, we're going to get this tank up. That's what I want. Fish in it." She's like, she goes, "Just be patient now, and you'll be glad later."
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, once the water's in, you won't see small scratches like that. But
you're right.
Yeah, she's just over the top sometimes. She wants to make sure she gets it good.
Well, that tank is definitely going to look brand new, I bet, by the time that it's all done and said. But to be honest with you, I know where she's coming from, because like with my tanks and stuff, when I buy them, especially, with those plastic rims on top, I always check and make sure, that there ain't no like big chunks or scuff marks, dents in it. I mean, I'm just very, very picky when it comes to that, and I'm always making sure I ain't got no like water spots or nothing.
Right.
So, I guess you can call it like tank OCD or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I get it. But like I said, Danny's that way. And like I did the 2 rooms back there. Yes, did one Friday, and then I did the rack room today. And she'll go back through and inspect to make sure I got every ounce of algae off the front. And I mean, she's really meticulous about the upkeep. I am too when it comes to changing water. But as far as prettiness, you know, the breeder in me still says, you know, algae is a good thing, so I don't worry so much about the algae.
Oh, yeah. We had a couple more people come in. Monster Fish Gal, hi, Lori.
Little Miss Lori.
Hi, Adele. Bruiser CD.
And Jason at Mr. Manifesto.
And also Chubbs.
Mr. Chubbs, Jason, how are you? Always good to see you, Adele.
Hey, Adele.
You're gonna be like a broken record here in about 3 hours. You're gonna be
Deborah,
saying that
hello.
all over again. And we got
Yes,
Deborah.
hello. And we got Brian.
Peplin Creek Aquatics in the house.
Wow, all the people are starting to flow in.
All the cool kids are coming in now.
That's right.
Now,
Thanks for posting.
I love Aquatic Nests and Brandon's channel. That Maple Street.
Oh,
Aquatic,
yeah.
big.
Yeah. They got some really nice tanks and also those natives that they keep. Those are pretty cool too. I mean, because you know they've got a bunch of them that I never even knew existed. You know, so that's cool to see how they do that. No heaters, you know, just simple as it can be.
Well, that's the part I think I would dig, man. Their electric bill's probably not too bad, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Heaters crank up that electric bill, man.
Just a big, what you call those, Jimco,
the air pumps?
Yeah. Yeah, just get you one of them with a bunch of those aquarium co-op sponge builders, or it doesn't matter what sponge builder, and then you ain't got to run no heaters. Yeah, that's the way to go.
Darlene,
it's got the lights.
We didn't forget about you. We got you at the very beginning. You were the first one after Kenny. We got you, Darlene, but hi again anyways. Thanks for coming.
How you doing, Darlene?
Hello, Darlene.
I even said hello, Darlene. I said I see you.
She must have.
She must have been out getting...
like walked away.
I actually have a little tub going myself.
Nice.
Me and my neighbor, we got together, and he had an idea. He wanted bait fish. I said, well, I got an idea to where I can make it work for you. I said, we'll just keep it in my basement. You buy the tub, I'll get the equipment. And it's been going pretty good so far, but man, we got to get better filtration if we want to keep a bunch of bait. And it's one of them 100-gallon tubs. We had about 40 to 60 chubs in there. And I think the filtration couldn't keep up. And I told him, I said, the best thing for us to do would be to get an FX6. I said, because if we want this turnover rate to keep these things alive and have some good water flow in here for these, because they're in the creeks, you know, and they need to flow. I said, we're going to have to do this. I said, yeah, I know it's like $400. I said, but if this is what we're going to keep doing year after year, and say we get a bunch of them, I'll keep them alive and grow them out for us whenever, you know, we're ready to go next year after the cold snap's done. I said, this is what we need to do. So he's on board.
I'll tell you what, if you keep an eye on PetSmart, they always run specials on those. Sometimes you can get them for like $250.
The issue is I don't have a PetSmart around me. It's just Petco.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's the one thing. Filters, you know, any of the products that go into the filter, a lot of times I'll get from them because I got that rewards, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So if you save up your reward points, and that, I think last one I got was like $195 after all my discounts and blah, mumbo jumbo. But it's a good filter, man. You're up the right alley there, Skipper.
I mean, because I did the whole sponge filter setup, so what I have going on now and what we got left, it's fine for. But it's one of those things you learn as you go, because I never did it. But I told him, I said, listen, bud, I said, we're going to figure this out. And he goes, I don't want to keep dumping money into this if it ain't going to work. I said, it's going to work. It takes time. He wanted it to be like, blam, now here we go.
I wish it was that easy.
I know. I was like, it don't work like that, bud.
If I'm not mistaken, Jason at a redfish, bluefish, he sells those canisters made by Owaze, I think.
Yeah, I haven't tried any of them yet. He swears by them, but I think those are cool in the sense that you can actually heat your water with them.
Oh yeah, you got that heater.
Yeah, they've got a built-in heater right in them, so as the water's leaving the exit, it's heating your water, which is kind of a cool concept.
And if I'm not mistaken, that heater comes with like the whole package deal. Like you buy the filter, that it already comes with one, and plus also with the kind of heater that they use is the same kind, that you would buy for like your tank. So if something ever happens to it, then you can also just go get you like a regular heater.
That's kind of a cool concept, actually.
Oh yeah, saves you money, without you having to go buy one of theirs and it be way more, I guess.
My issue with that, Chubbs, is room. I have thought about that, but I ain't got the room down in my basement to do that, because I would have did like a 55-gallon brute trash can, and it's pretty cool setup how they do it, but actually 55 would be too big for that. That'd be ridiculous.
5-gallon bucket. That'll work for you.
Yeah.
Corey from the Aquarium Co-op, he actually made a video of him making one. That it just basically, just like how he done his is like it runs off of gravity. You know what I mean? Get you a pump to pump with the water out of the tank into it, and then he's got the PVC pipe, in there just right, that the water, which it has to go all the way down and then come up, and he's got like those bile balls, and and you put sponges or just whatever that you want in it.
Good day, T-Bones. Better say hi.
Hey, T-Bones.
Might try to get me.
Stephanie said, I think that the word pump can be a wave maker or even filter.
Yeah. It's the way that where it's set now. I think I didn't do a video on it because I'm going to be quite honest with you. I don't know if it's legal.
Don't fool yourself, Skipper. I think every YouTuber's got that one tank that never sees screen time.
Yeah.
And that's one of them. So I'm like, man, I want to do videos on it because I did an awesome job with this, but damn it, I might get in trouble.
Oh man. Yeah, that's...
those tanks behind Kenny, I love that setup. How he's got it, like those two wrapped side of each other. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, they're built right into the wall. I've serviced them from the garage.
So what size are they again? Both of them?
They're dual 135 side by side. So it's about 14 feet of tanks.
Yeah, I love that setup. That's something. Actually, I had a friend her grandmother that she lived with, they had a tank like that built into the wall, and there was a closet that you went in, everything was right there, all the filtration, everything. And I was like, man, that was pretty sweet. It was yeah, I believe it was either 100 or what you have, and it was pretty cool. Oh, hey, we got Vinny's Aquatics in here. What's up, buddy?
What's up,
Hey,
Vinny?
Vinny.
Yeah, I had to give these guys a tap. They actually, I didn't come over here and say hello today, so they were on the bottom of the tank pouting.
Hey, Deborah.
Yeah. And Deborah Dee, aka Deborah Lewis, she's been starting to pop up on some hangout panels too.
Good
Oh
to see old
yeah.
Deborah hanging out.
She was, I believe that like she was on Terry's this morning.
Yep.
Catfish Terry. She was
Yeah.
on there, and then I want to say Adele's maybe. I'm not for sure.
Yes, she was.
She said because I am noisy. No, you're not, Deborah.
So
And there's Terry.
I got a question for you, Kenny. The 100 fish series that you're doing, is that pretty challenging to do?
No, dude. The only challenge we had was trying to figure out what's going to lie where. We had about, I think it's 45 additional fish that aren't going to make the cut. So you actually feel guilty. You know what I mean? When you're cutting one of them out. Yeah, they're fish. They don't know any better, but still in your brain, like, oh, you're putting the screws to this poor fish. You know, he should be in the top 100, but
Yeah.
And then, you know, the only thing that's sacred in this countdown is the top 25. I have my top 25. She has her top 25. So anything that's not on that list is free game. When we're trying to figure out what we're going to do the video that day on, anything else in there is fair game. So there's been a couple of mine that weren't in the top 25 that I think she really disked and put them way too high. Like these Sebrums behind me, way too high, dude. Wait, those were, she had them in the 90s, man. Those are rare Heroes Lipifers. Those are the only mouth brooding Sebrum in existence. That's basically what they do, is they mouth brood like a African cichlid, which is kind of cool. So, and then my Black Devils. Oh, I was mad when she did my Black Devils, but to the most part, when we get to the top 50, that is already determined. I mean, we've already got her top 25, my top 25, and we alternate days. So top 50 is already wrote out, 1 to 25 each of us. Now it's just going to be a matter who ends up in that number 1 spot or number 2 spot. And I think I screwed myself. I should have let her start the series because I think her fish is going to be number 1 now. But doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to agree with it.
Yeah, how about her? Hi, Petro Man. He has a question. Man. Does anyone use Dr. Oh heck, bass fish food? Actually, I have tried it, and the fish love it.
I don't even know who that is.
It's the biologist, I do believe, that made his own fish food line, and you'd have to go to the website and look into it, and there's a lot of research with it, and that he has done. Like you know how they tell you to add garlic into stuff to help with fish? Well, he has it already into, a fish food, which I think is pretty cool. The man did a lot of research and trying to figure out, and it's actually a pretty good line. It should be at the top, but a lot of people don't really know about it.
Yeah, Danny and I are a creature of habits. We make a lot of our own food too, but I've always been a fan of Omega and their products, and then of late I've been using a lot of the Bug Bite stuff. I love the Bug Bite products.
Oh yeah. I actually,
those are really good.
the new thing I did was I just bought them at Petco. Well, Fluval makes the bug bites, and they made a bug bite allergy wafer. And I'm going to tell you, them damn plecos just go right to it.
Yeah, that's
Way
the bug like pleco formula. The big long sticks is what our cichlids eat it. The plecos eat it. I mean, I have not yet to see a fish that won't munch that down. But the main ingredient in that is larva or soldier fly larva. So
Yeah.
Danny and I got a 5-pound box of larva fly, and what I've been feeding those whole to the cichlids. They absolutely devour them. And it's not something you want to feed every day, by the way. This is like a little treat type thing. And then what we've done for like the plecos and some of the smaller fish is I've taken that, used a pepper grinder, and I grind those worms up into the hapashi.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they just gobble it up like you wouldn't believe it. It's super high protein. So if you're looking for a good crude protein for your fish, it's real good stuff.
Yeah, I was watching video today. It was Dan's Fish on, fish food or whatever. And I didn't realize that the top ingredient is the main ingredient.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I didn't either until you just said it.
Yeah, that's how you can tell a good quality food is they'll start listing the ingredients. And if you're seeing fish and this and this and this, and then you start seeing the other goofy stuff, then you know you got a good product. Where a lot of times you're going to start seeing cornmeal and stuff at the top, and you know that's probably not the top tier fish food that you want to be feeding your fish.
And that's what he said, and I was like, wow, blew my mind. So I had to write some stuff down so I remembered it.
But I'm a firm believer too that anything your fish will eat is a good food. Okay, I mean if they're eating it on a regular and they're not having an issue with eating, keep feeding the food you got because obviously you don't have a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, and you mentioned your black devil cichlids. Now, like, didn't you guys send some to Lori and her husband, Catfish Nation?
I sure did. The reason I did that, first off, Lori goes out of her. I mean, she has been a mod of my channel since day one. And I mean, she is always selfless in helping me and doing things. And anyway, I can't remember if it was Joe or Lori made a comment on how much they liked those. And I needed to get rid of at least 2 of them because, quite frank, they killed my Honduran black points. I only have 2 left, or excuse me, Honduran red points. And I said, well, I got to get rid of something. So I asked her, I said, if you guys want some, I'll send you some. That's what I did. So.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, those are super, super cool fish. And they get about this big, full size. They're not quite as big as the Midas or the Red Devils. They're basically their little cousin. But I think they get a little different colors to them. I sent them one of them. I had pure white ones, and I don't know if they're going to change on me again. But then I had 2 of them that were creamsicle, and I sent them one of the creamsicle ones because I think that's going to be the ones that are going to get, cool with the bright orange going throughout. And so hopefully it turns like that for them. Plus, I know they will take care of the fish like I would. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't get black, though?
No, I think the reason they get the black devil name is because a lot of them, their eyes will get almost jet black.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they call them a black devil because there's nothing black on the fish. Some of them do get this dark black going throughout the gill plate and stuff, so that might be it. I don't know why they call them a black devil.
Hi, John Larson and Mike's Aquatics and things. Yeah, that's pretty cool looking fish, though.
Yeah, these ones are almost outgrowing the. I've got them over here on the right side of me here, but they're getting to the point where they've almost outgrown. I don't know if I can't zoom this, but you can see they're already getting to the point. You see a little one sitting in front of the rocks there. I mean, I probably only got about another 6 months on this tank. They'll have to be in a bigger tank again.
Yeah.
So they'll probably end up back here and have to battle royale to see if they can fit in. So I just released a, where is he? Yeah, my red moda. He just got, I don't know if y'all can see that fish up there in the upper right corner.
Yeah.
He's a little red moda.
Oh, okay.
He was one that was growing out. Unfortunately, he lost his home to Frontosa. So,
Oh man.
but he needed to come in here anyway because he'll get every bit of 12 inches when he's all said and done. So,
wow. I've always liked the whole monster fish thing, but I wish I had the room because there's quite a few of them I'd like to keep, but I ain't got the room. But if I ever move out of town and get to the country, the wife better watch out. That's all I gotta say. She ain't gonna like it.
well, that's no. Everybody thinks it's cool to have a wife like mine, but it's not cool because you have nobody to say no. You actually, if you're a fish keeper, you need somebody to say no. You do. I mean, so now our kids come by. Another one, really? You know.
Yeah. It's funny you say that. The other night I was in here. I just got done streaming with somebody, and she came home, and I was looking stuff up on the internet, and she goes, "What are you ordering?" I said, "Jenna, I'm ordering mower parts so I can fix stuff." She goes, "Oh, I thought you was ordering fish stuff." I said, "No." I said, "I didn't do that." She goes, "It doesn't matter what I say, you do it anyways." I said, "You're right." But I said, "Nah, I ain't doing that. I'm holding off." Hello, 503 Aquatics. It was
Hey,
funny.
Shayna.
She was in my ear about it.
Yeah, I look forward to Shannon lives out here by me, so I'm looking forward to meeting her one day. I think she's going to try to make the next Guppus. We're doing like a cookout thing, so I think she's going to try to show up there.
So like just to get this like clarified, so that way you know what I mean, that I'm not keep on calling her by the wrong name, but like is it Shannon or is it Shayna?
Shauna, I would pronounce it Shauna, but I'm not sure if I'm even
Shauna.
correct.
It's Shayna.
Shanna.
Shayna, Shauna, Shiana, can you please verify that for us if you don't mind?
That's why I just call her 503, man.
Yeah.
That way I can't screw it up.
We got Griffin's Fish Room in the house. What's up, buddy? Oh, if one of my mods can do this, post a link to Susie Q. She's next in 30 minutes, if you would.
Has it been 30 minutes already?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
John Larson, hello.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
John.
You know, I was talking about those, you know, like those big monster fish, you know, whatever, you know, but like if I was going to get one, you know, just because I like with the white and the orange pattern on them, but those ones that they call a Midas cichlid, those things look pretty cool.
Yeah, Chris from Multi-Tank Addiction has one of the prettiest ones I've ever seen. But yeah, those are basically the big daddies of the red devils. They get pretty good size. But they are cool. But it's funny you guys call my fish. I don't consider what I have as monster fish. Like, I look more like the people that are keeping those red tail cats and the giant arapaima and the alligator guards. Now, to me, that's a monster fish. I think mine are just little, you know. Like Lori and Joe keep all kinds of those monster cats. That's a monster fish.
Oh yeah, those tigers, shovel nose, or whatever they're called.
They got like 6. I think they got a gooch now too. If I'm right, I think Joe just got a gooch. Now the gooches are really big, dude. Down in their native lands, they've been known to eat men.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they get monstrous.
Well, then I guess that he better hope that thing stays well fed.
Yeah.
Hey, did you see he was lurking in the background and showed up?
Mr.
Hello,
Taylor.
Bob. How you doing, Bob?
Hey, Bob.
Thank you.
Hi, Bob.
Susie Q's always got a good show too, man.
Yeah, she does.
She did a video about a month or two ago. I don't know if you guys ever saw it, where she built herself in that pen and she was trying to get out of it. Did you guys ever see that one?
Oh no, I missed that, but I remember seeing something about it. Yeah.
Oh, you guys got to go back and watch it. It had me in tears laughing, dude.
Oh,
Because
my.
Susie Q don't curse ever. And I mean, she used a couple choice words in that video, and then she finally, I gotta go, neighbor. I need to get call for neighbor help. You know, she actually built herself in a chicken pen.
Yeah, actually, I did see it. I did see it. Now you mention it. Yeah, it
You
was
remember
kinda-
she's on the ground trying to do the low crawl, trying to get out of it. Oh, she had me
Oh,
laughing.
wow.
Dude.
I do remember it now. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Call for neighbor help.
You know, I call that a long day when that happens. when you're like, okay, wait, I got this built, so now how do I get out?
See how
Oh,
it is,
boy.
Bob. See how it is, Bob.
What is that?
Because I'm not lurking. I'm washing dog pee towels at the laundry and thought of Skipper.
Whoa.
Well, that reminds me of whenever I look at my shit stained underwear and I think of you.
Oh.
Now what? Top up,
Dang,
buddy.
Skipper. You know that they make some TP, don't you?
Oh
Charmin?
yeah.
Well,
I'm sure Petro, man. Sailors never curse. Yeah, right.
The hell they don't. I've met quite a few sailors.
That's like saying Marines don't blow anything up. I mean, come on, man.
Right?
What's going on, S?
Hey, Sean.
Oh, hi, I miss you, bud. Kenny, did you have a lot of tanks when the kids were small? Petro Man's asking.
At that time, I would say we had probably 25, maybe 30 when the kids were growing up. It wasn't until they started moving out that we really expanded. And that was quite frank, because they were gone and there was space, you know. They already know there's no chance of coming back. If you guys want the plan to make sure your children don't come back, put tanks in their place. They ain't never coming back. Yeah, you guys could stay tonight or something, you know, if you don't mind the rattle. I had one try it one night, and they could the bubblers just drove them nuts. Like me, that's relaxing, hearing the bubbles at night, you know.
Uh-huh.
They're like,
Yeah.
how do you guys sleep in this house? There is not a room that you can't hear a bubbler in. I don't know what to tell you, man. This ain't the Holiday Inn, you know. I don't have any sleep guarantees, you know.
How do you sleep at night? Oh, man, that's funny.
Yeah, that like if they don't know that we're lurking where we can hear them. Like if you hear them talking to their friends, you know, there was like 3 weeks ago, Heather came over with one of her. Yeah, now I'm going to warn you before we go in the house that my parents are hoarders. Okay, they've got stuff everywhere, fish tanks everywhere. They're hoarders, so they don't understand.
You know, like speaking of the, you know, like with the fish tank noises and stuff, you know, especially like when you got one in the same area that you sleep in, you would be surprised what you get used to. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
especially you know, like, you know, when it comes to having a bunch of different tanks.
The only thing,
then you just hear them sounds, you know.
The only thing I
just get
can't
used to
that will
it.
drive me Looney Tunes. I mean, is if you got a vibrating pump. I don't like hearing
Oh.
it vibrate. If it's buzzing against something, that will drive me. I mean, I can't handle that.
No,
But
I can't
Danny in the
either.
bedroom, she went with those. I don't know if at Aquarium Co-op or where she got them, but they're about this big around. They're little pumps that stick to the side of the tank on the outside, and they're super quiet. I mean, you don't even hear them. So in the bedroom tank, she has gotten 2 of those, and we have one on each of the tank. But I mean, I kid you not, dude, you cannot even tell that air's on. almost have to go up and feel it sometimes to make sure it's working.
Even though you see the bubbles.
Yeah, I mean, you're like, you can't believe it's an air pump because it's that quiet.
Yeah. No, I'm like Jenny. I could not sleep without the water sounds because, well, at first, before I started getting all these tanks, I had to have a fan on all year round, and it's because of the white noise. And then whenever I got the 4 fish tanks in my bedroom, I can't sleep nowhere else in this house unless it's in the bedroom.
Yeah, Danny and I have 2 tanks in there, and then we have 2 fans running too. So, I mean, we don't use the one that's sucking air in from the outside in the winter time. I mean, that one we shut the window and it's off. But
no, I get it. Yeah, it's like I live in town, so whenever I first moved in with her, whenever we lived up somewhere else, but we moved down here, it's a busier street. I'd wake up throughout the night and blame it on the military because I heard something, I'd jump up. And I started running a fan. I was like, man, I'm good. Get him, Bob, get him.
Is he at it again?
I have your back. I'd take care of that dude too. That's wrong. But yeah, no, I get that.
I don't understand why people gotta be nasty to help at places that don't make any sense.
It's one of them that they think, that they're better than them, or they think, like just because that they're paying them or something, that they gotta take it, which is not the case.
So I learned something new today.
How much?
So I got fish off of Jess, and I learned something to where the 2 males ended up dying on me. I have a hang on the back filter and a sponge filter in there. I always over filter. It's just one of them things I do. And if you get a fish from somebody's tank that does not have that, they're not used to it. Well, whenever you have a long fin fish, what happens? They're not used to all that flow, and they ended up getting sucked in and just sitting there, and they couldn't get free.
Oh.
And I was like, son of a gun, because there's nothing wrong with the other fish. The females are fine. And I was like, damn it, Bobby. I was so upset. But I learned something new. I never knew that, because every fish that I've always got, and I've done that, almost got pulled into the intake, but because it's a hang on the back, they couldn't get through, but they got stuck there on the, you call it a screen or whatever, but it's plastic. So I learned something new today. Boy, I'll never forget it. So if I want to keep doing it, I have one of those sponge things that you put on the intake, I'm going to put on there. That, or just get rid of the hang on the back, because they'll be fine with the sponge filter that's in it. So I learned my lesson today.
Yep.
Hi, Steven.
Good news is you learned, though, right?
Yeah, I was trying to figure it out too, man. I was like, there's nothing wrong with these fish. They're not sick. They're not nothing. They just literally got tired, is what happened. They got exhausted, and because you know how your male guppies are, with all the fancy fins and stuff, they got to do more work than the females. So I learned my lesson today.
And now I think about it, I don't think any of our guppy tanks have any. It's just sponge.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna put my red Venezuelans in there. But I was just going to quarantine that tank for a while and then throw them in there. But they'll be fine with, just a sponge filter too. I just got to do, weekly water changes on it, doing it that way.
Yeah, and Petroman said the same thing. Put a pre-filter sponge on it.
Yeah.
That will slow the flow down.
I think I'm just going to get rid of it, take it off, and I think that'll be my second tank that'll just be ran by a sponge filter. Eventually, I
Yeah,
want
my
to convert
tanks here. That's what I done on all my tanks. I started out using the hang on backs, and then I just started putting sponge filters in, and just unhooked all the hang on backs and took them off, and now that's all I run.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna eventually convert to that myself. This one I'm gonna keep both because I'm gonna add more fish to it. So there's a reason why I want that, the filter in it like that.
Looks like you got a pretty nicely planted tank behind you too.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I got some Java fern I got off of Danny Weshy that I want to change that. I want to get rid of the castle and throw rocks in and make caves and stuff. But the wife likes it. Probably because the damn thing costs $60. But and I want to change it up a little bit, but pretty much all them plants in there except for the Java fern and this Anubis I got off of KJE Aquatics. And I don't use no fertilizer, no CO2. It just does its thing.
Well, there you go. It's one of them that you do not fix what ain't broken.
No, I won't. I mean, I'll add fertilizer in there once in a while, but not like religiously. And it just does what it does. And one thing I found out with this tank, it's been established since 2018 when I first started YouTubing. So, and I do not gravel vac neither. And it's just stone. So with having the plants in there, they're like in heaven.
Yeah, I don't think we do much gravel on the planted tanks. My cichlid tanks, I have to almost every week, man.
Well, yeah, because you don't have plants in there to take care of it.
No, there's nothing in there. So they all need to be vacuumed every week. So
So Kenny, I saw that you posted a picture, I want to say, of you at the aquarium co-op. With what's that puffer's name again?
Which one?
That puffer that they got down there.
Oh yeah,
what's that guy's name again?
Oh, I forget.
Murphy.
Yeah,
Murphy. Yeah.
That was fun.
So like, how far away is that place? Like approximately from like your house or whatever.
About 3 hours. I could be at his front door in about 3 hours.
Oh, okay.
But Danny and I usually make it a combo trip. We'll stop there first, and then we hop the ferry, go across, see Jason at Redfish, Bluefish, and then if Alex is available, we'll usually stop by and see Alex too. But yeah, that place is cool. What I like about that place is that they'll have stuff that the wet spot doesn't, and vice versa. So I mean, like Corey has his own couple different lines of guppies he'll only sell in his store. So like that's how we ended up with those Viennas. They were from Corey's personal line that he basically sells in his store. And then a lot of Dean's stuff only gets sold through Corey's store. So
yeah.
So you get access to some fish that you normally wouldn't see.
So like with all the times that you've been going up there, I mean, have you got to see like Jimmy Corey there in the past?
We've ran into Corey one time. Other than that, I go up probably 3 to 4 times a year. You just got to hope that you're there when he happens to be there, because he does check on the store quite often. Just a matter of being there when he does. But the only time I met Jimmy and I met Jimmy, I met Corey, Dorgzilla, Steenfot, Tanzawa, and Joel, all at the AGA. They were all there when I went up 3 years ago. That's where
nice.
I met a good portion of them. Then Alex and I met him for the first time in person at the AGA as well. And I guess I met Jason, but it's funny. Jason and I don't remember meeting, and he was there with Alex. So when I went up and was saying hello to Alex, Jason was standing next to him, and I didn't even know who Jason was at the time. So that was kind of cool. And now him and I are good friends. So it's funny how this fish stuff works, man. It's like it's all one big figure eight, you know, everybody eventually getting to meet one another. And then I met a lot of YouTubers when I was on my trip. I had a blast with that. I mean, every single household was different. Nobody did something. It's not like you're going down a assembly line for cars or whatever. I mean, every time you went into a fish room, you could see they had their own unique touch to it, you know, which was kind of cool.
So like when you all went to Jason's, did you happen to buy like any of those pistols that he had? Because like he had a bunch of different ones there.
I forget which line.
Fantastic presses.
Yeah, Danny bought their blues. I forget what they're called. I'm not an Apisto guy myself, but she did get these little ones that are like a steel blue colored, cool looking little Apisto. And then we bought. I always buy. He'll have kind of exotic tetras up there, and we both dig tetras. I've probably got, I want to say, 4 different types of tetras that are from him in our tanks now. And then different Coriodoris we get from him. And then Jason, I mean, he's just, like I said, you can't go up there and expect you're not going to buy anything. I've said it twice now, and both times I walked out spending $200 because you'll just be clipping along. Everything's cool. And then bam, oh my God, you got these? Really? Okay, give me 6 of them. You know, because you'll run across something that he has that you know you're not going to find again because it's that rare, you know. Like right now, he's got Zebra Acara, guys. You are not going to find a cooler fish than that. Real cool little, and they only get about this big. So, I mean, you know, they stay about the same size as a regular Acara. They're smaller version, and they are just wickedly cool. They get these clown-looking faces on them, and the females get these wild stripes and whatnot. Super. Danny and I have 6 of them, but we had them before he had them. We had a friend of ours that we got them from, and I mean, they're phenomenal little cichlid if you have never seen them.
Yeah, Jason, man, like he's got a bunch of all different species of pistols that I've seen, and the prices on them are pretty dang good, especially compared to what some of them sell for around this area.
Right. Well, I don't think Jason, you know, the thing that makes Jason unique, guys, is that, yeah, it's a fish store, but in reality, it's Jason's fish room is what it is.
Yeah.
He basically made a fish room and it turned it into a business. He doesn't, does he want me to make a little bit? Sure. But I think in his eye, if it breaks even and he gets to keep his fish for free, that's what he's really after. He's not out to gouge us or, you know, make a ton of money on it. It's just kind of his hobby, and he enjoys doing it. And if he can get some fish fam, some good deals on fish, that's what he's about. And that's what he's been doing. So
helps pay the bills. And I kind of felt that way when I first started watching him. I was like, this is a guy, the same thing you just said. That's exactly what I thought. So Mike Mickey M.
Mickey M saying it. Any one of them lutefisk yet? No, Mickey. The old lutefisk is still in the ground. You know, it's that time of year where the lutefisk is buried in the ground, and you're waiting for New Year's and Christmas and all that to come out so we can eat it, man.
Sandy, hello.
Yeah, hi, Sandy. Sorry, I didn't say
I missed anybody. Danny, hello. Now, Danny looks like that. Danny changed his logo.
He did.
Now that's another kid, dude. You want to talk about a kid with a lot of knowledge?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's a smart one. He is. Uh, I I I like how he does that because, like, I thought if I ever got a big enough fish room to where I was breeding a crap load of fish, I was not like, like you can get. I'll use my Corys for instance. Two of them that I got off of Dan. They were like, I don't know, 15 something a piece. If I had a bunch of them, I wouldn't sell it for that just because I would like to get it out there into the community because it's something that you don't see if you go to an LFS.
Right.
And that was one of my whole reasons of breeding. But I love Corys though. I do. I don't know what it is, but it's just something that I'm really infatuated with. I love them to death.
I'm kind of a catfish nut too, man. I like a lot of the Synodontis and some of the Corys. My love is the Synodontis. I have just about every Synodontis I think that's out there. Try to anyway. There's something about that fish just does it for me.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kenny. I
they're-
mean, those little black spots on them, I don't know what it is. They just look cool to me.
I remember that, like everybody, we got on the Synodontis thing with Bobby whenever he was doing one of his live streams, and I was sitting there remembering of what fish that I kept whenever I was younger. I actually had one of them, and yes, they're very fascinating.
Petricolas?
Yeah, Synodontis, which I don't remember which one it was, but I remember having one.
I'd say
I remember having the upside down catfish. I had one of those because I thought it was pretty neat as a kid.
I'd say our favorite in the house is probably it's real close between the Synodontis torcoris or the Synodontis angelicus. I mean, those two are probably the ones that really do it. As I look at one.
Mike, what's your next breeding project, Kenny?
Next breeding project, I would say, is probably going to be my firefish again. I've actually got them paired up, and one of my stores asked me to get some again, so I put them in the same tank. So that's probably the immediate one.
Oh, cool.
I think mine is going to be the electric blue Acara that I got off of Dan because you don't see it around here. Hopefully, I got a male and a female because I only bought two. And if I do, that might be something that I'm going to tackle. And the only thing with that is you get a lot of fry.
Yeah, Danny and I had a couple of brews of those like a month or two ago, 3 months ago. Not a hard fish to move, though. I will say that they're easy to. Everybody wants them.
They're beautiful. But
then the female, I don't know what her deal was. She got up one morning, she had jumped out of the tank. So I do have six of the fry left, and they've been growing up. So we'll see if one of them pairs off and we do it all over again.
Oh, wow. Wow, we got a minute left, gentlemen.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. Wow. So I want to thank everybody in the chat for showing up. Appreciate your support. I want to thank Bobby for being my co-host every time that we do this. And thanks to Kenny for being our guest tonight.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me up.
Thank you, Skipper. And Kenny, thank you, buddy.
So everybody go over to Susie Q and keep us continuing. We got Susie Q at 7. We got Bob, me, Robert. Oh my God, there's two more. Chattanooga Ed and what's his name from Aquatic Aesthetics? Word 8.
Rob.
And then you're at 9, right, Kenny?
9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. Yep.
6 Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And then don't forget about Griffin's Fish Room. We will be. I'm his co-host tonight. We'll be on at 10 p.m. Eastern time. So everybody have a good night. Thank you all for coming.
And we got Kevin after that tonight, I guess.
Yes, Kevin. After that tonight, and I believe it's with Science Gal Aquatics. Carrie. So everybody have a good night and keep on having fun.
Peace.